It's the Caleb MTGO Show.
So this pack is not very reanimatory. I think you're supposed to grab Tamiyo, because that can recur reanimation effects like reanimate and such. Blue-black's a pretty good reanimator pairing. Yeah, I had to make a decision today, Jack and the Red God, between streaming very early or very late. If I'd done the late night stream, it would have started around like 8 p.m. or something, like an old school Caleb stream start. But then I woke up at like 6 in the morning or something, because I was up early yesterday. So I was like, okay, well, gotta stream when you're awake. This is how it works. Hey, there's a pretty premium reanimation target. Normally I would take Bowmaster over Grizzlebrand, but if we're doing a reanimation step, Grizzlebrand's one of the very best you can have. I think one of the 3 best targets in the cube. We'll discard spell and push our stuff through. We'll discard outlet, why not? You see people sleep on stream? Yeah. I thought about doing one of those subathon things. I think I'd rather, like, take on sponsored content and stuff than do that to raise money. But it's a personal preference. No shade against it. Folks gotta do what they gotta do. How was the show last night? It was a good time. Yeah, I'd been wanting to see 3 Inches of Blood since I was in high school. It was a trip to watch them. Hey, here we go, huh? Here we go. This, to me, seems like an excellent start to a Reanimator step. Sucks to pass Underground Sea, but, you know, we got the thing. We're doing it. Oops. This is between Overlord and Collective Brutality. I think Overlord's a little bit better. Kind of close. 3 Inches of Blood are sick. Yeah, they were really fun live too. The bass player just like has a tremendous bass face. And he's just like obviously having a blast rocking out, just having the best time. And the singer's like, the main singer, like, fucking pitch perfect, sounds just like he did on the albums when they recorded them. Good stage presence. I think the rhythm guitarist and backup vocalist might have changed at some point, because he's, like, a little younger than the rest of the band. And when he started singing the backup vocals, I, like, smiled, because it's like, not the same, but he also does a good job and makes fun expressions and stuff. And I got to have some merch signed by them. That was sweet. And then we saw Between the Buried and Me, who we wanted to see live for a long time. I enjoyed their show a lot. Even moshed a little. Very chill mosh pit at a Between the Buried and Me show. Bunch of Dream Theater fans running around in a circle. Zagoth Triome or Sedgemoor Witch. Currently, Tamiyo is my only blue card. And they were just giving away Colors 2 posters that were, like, signed by the whole band to, like, anybody that bought a t-shirt. It was fucking wild. So we're probably gonna get that framed. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Synthetic 37, thanks for the sod, thanks for the 9 months there. Little Emperor Bones action here. Little Emperor Bones. Bro, them bones. None of this really works, huh? None of this is all that helpful. Copter Loots, I guess. I'm going to take the Flooded Strand. Yeah, currently Tamiyo is my only blue card, but I haven't really seen a good reason to ditch the Tamiyo. This is my alarm to wake up. Entomb, perfect. Yeah, I woke up at 5 a.m. today and yesterday. I'm hoping my body cuts that shit out. Tonight I'm just gonna have to, like, stay up super late playing video games or something. Ooh, here we go. Yeah, so show and tell would be a nice backup plan for Reanimator. A classic backup plan against Graveyard Hate and stuff. I'm going to take Shieldred. The reason I'm taking Shieldred is because it can win the game on its own, and it's kind of a beautiful pairing with Grizzlebrand. Troll, great Reanimator card. Necromancy. Thank you. Right, Tibble? Yeah, I have the hardest life. Yeah, this tip's working out so far. This give me a Psychic Frog and maybe an Archon. Archon would be a more premium. If Archon and Atraxa were in the same pack, we would take Archon. Not because it's better than Atraxa. Usually I have Atraxa like a little bit higher. But when you already have Grizzlebrand and Atraxa are doing very similar things. I actually liked Grizzlebrand in the Legacy Reanimator deck. And people were cutting it, and like I just like added it to have a third reanimation target. And then I noticed other people start doing it and felt really, what's the word, vindicating. I don't think they were copying me. I think they like also realized that it was good in a lot of spots. Hey. Hey. The show and tell has me feeling a little bit better about Bloom. The mana drain is so rough here. On our mana. We passed the Underground Sea. Could see Watery Grave. Think about Epiphany. Not the worst card in a Reanimator deck. Yeah, I'm just not going to bother with the drain. Hey, nice, Archon. Yeah, there's a Dark Ritual here, too, would also be amazing. Recurring Nightmare is nice, but having to have a creature to sack is like a real cost. That is a nice suite of reanimation targets, if I do say so myself. Archon, one of the better things to show and tell in if the opponent like doesn't have a creature in play already. We'll draw a spell here. I wouldn't take even like one more reanimation effect. We've got Life Death, we've got Emperor Bones and Necromancy. Pardon the yawn. Thou art pardoned. Pardon, my liege. This is not my pack. Just not for me at all. Quick, splash the fourth. Oh, Mystical's good. Mystical gets Life Death, or it gets Entomb, so it gets either half of the combo. Really happy with the blue in here now. Some nice consistency there. Well, we have a Smog combo now. That's the thing we want to run. No green sources chilling. Oh, there's one. So the question is whether we splash for the Witherbloom Apprentice and the Grist. If we take the Mortuary, then we would have 2 green sources. I kind of just want to take Tar Pit and like shore up my existing mana and just like be fine with Sedgemoor Witch Chain. Yeah, Shelldock would be great here, but we're going to grab Animate Dead. Someone named my Dark Ritual, damn. So we have 1 cut to make. Considering the Recurring Nightmare, I guess our creature count isn't actually that bad. And like the Overlord might find you a creature to sack. The Cult Epiphany makes tokens. Tar Pit can always sack. It's probably actually a good Recurring Nightmare. Bilfa Mastery could be a sideboard card, I guess. Oh, what if I got Spellseeker? It's a little clunky, It is a nice one to sack the Recurring Nightmare. I like that it finds Entomb, but we've got other ways of doing that. How's everyone's Sunday going? Are we getting any European viewers? I think Ingvar was in here earlier. I think they're European. Based on when they dip out. Poland checking in? Hell yeah. Is Chain of Smog just a discard outlet? Nope, it's a combo with Sedgemoor Witch, too. European staying in Asia. What time is it there? I saw it's like early afternoon in Europe. Midwest Wisconsin checking in? Hell yeah. They're recovering from Eurovision. I missed it. I haven't seen any of it. Is it still going on? I might go through and watch the highlights later. I do that some years. 13 black sources. 8 blue. That sounds awesome. You wake up at 6 a.m. every day? That's too early. That's too early. It's a little bit of a hangover there, too. I didn't party super hard yesterday, but I did party for sure. Had a couple vodka Red Bulls. Give me the energy to mosh and stuff. And then I was standing in a line in front of a merch booth, and this old timer came up, and he was like, "Who wants a shot of whiskey?" And he just starts like pouring everybody in line who wants a shot of whiskey. He's like, "I was at the first Milwaukee Metal Fest." I was like, "Hell yeah, fucking cheers, dude." Good vibes. Yeah, the Milwaukee Metal Fest was like an older thing. Like, it's been around since like the 80s, and then there was a 10-year gap where they weren't doing it. Right? Of course I want a shot of whiskey. Especially when you're in a venue where a mixed drink costs $20. It's like, yep. Fucking gold right there. I think I want to keep Mystical Tutor. I just should probably figure out what I'm going to do it for before I do that. Oh, what about the... Okay, I know what I'm doing. The blue draw spell that makes 1/1s will let me get Grave Titan out next turn. I was like, if only I could Mystical Tutor for a creature. Wait a minute. It's like exactly how my thought process went. Put on Spellbent. Yay. Grizzled Head is still great, yeah. Often better than Atraxa. You basically have to be at like a pretty low life total before Atraxa gets better, I think. Which happens. And Atraxa is a lot more castable. In Vintage Cube specifically, like, getting to cast Atraxas, even though it's got all those different colors, is still easier than playing Grizzlebrand on 8. It's weird how much different 7 and 8 are. Like, you almost never get a chance to play an 8 drop, but like a 7 comes up like more often than you'd expect. Whereas with a 1 and a 2, like, whichever one it is, you're going to be able to play it most of the time. Like, every time you see it. I almost want to bid a land here. Let's do this. It's going to feel silly if I Inquisition them and see something I don't want them putting in with show and tell. Well, that's a pretty fast start. Yeah, we're going to Inquisition turn 1. Because it might be dead after this. Sword of the Meek would be a terrible card to make them discard. Because the Thopter Foundry just gets it back. Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright. Opponent's ramping. So they didn't put Lucha to hand. Hopefully they just forgot about it, as opposed to having a answer here. Yeah, they have 6 my turn. I'm going to go ahead and draw 7. Now we can use our discard step. Yay. Yeah, so the opponent's playing a ramp deck, and sometimes you just draw all your ramp spells, right? It's just part of the nature of it. All ramp and no pamp, as they say. What makes the Liliana Edict look kind of bad? I don't think I'm supposed to Emperor Bones here. I think I'm supposed to Overlord. Next turn, we're just going to play the Witch out, I guess. Or actually, they only have 4 cards. It's tempting to play Liliana and Uptick. Oh, hey, let's just do that. You're going to do some whitewater paddling? Hell yeah, Mary Goats. Cooking some bacon and eggs while watching some cubing? That sounds like an excellent Sunday indeed. I haven't done any whitewater paddling in a long time, but I really do enjoy it. I think I might have to trade with this Adeline, actually. Because next turn they jump it, so I would take 9 here and go to 6. Or I guess I could chump it, but then next turn, yeah, them just jumping it with the Guide of the Souls is too much. Nice attack. So the Emperor Bones could launch in Grave Titan this turn, which I don't hate. Kind of just want to Slam Shielded. Slam Shielded. Trying to figure out how much life I would have. Because if I can play Shielded here, and then have enough, and then still have 8 life, so I'd gain 2, go up to 14. Would they deal me more than 5 damage? Yeah, because the Flicker Wisp plus they would play something and jump their cat token. So I think they're going to have like 7 damage on their turn. Damn. Yeah, the cool thing would be Shieldred and then Upkeep and Tomb for Grizzlebrand, and then Emperor Bones get back Grizzlebrand. Oh, but I would gain life. I would gain life on connecting. Yeah, let's do that line. Oh shit, what up, Pace of Cakes 52? Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the 106 months there. Your Mixed Doubles League plays its last match of the season today. Good fucking luck tomorrow. Hope you have a great time. I think that's just lethal broadside here. Oh, well, it's not lethal if they do that. So, from the opponent's spot here, if they want to win the game, the easiest way to do it, I think, would be to sack their cat and clear my zombie token on this attack. And then that would flip their Ajani. And then the shielded wouldn't be able to block broadside, because I would only have one creature, and broadside has menace. And then I would take like 5 damage in combat, go down to 7. Maybe that's not quite enough. And then Ajani hits for 5. Yeah, I guess that would only put me to 2. Put the counters on the broadside. They could have done that too. If they do that, they get like 1 more less damage coming in, but then they get to huck the cat at my face. So that ends with me at 1 life instead of 2. I think I need to get Archon here. Oh, don't even flip the Ajani. Sack the 3-mana thing is 5 damage. Flipping the Ajani is also 5 damage. So you get more damage with the Ajani flip. It ends up being 7 damage total. Oh yeah, and the Flicker Wisp actually gets to connect. Yeah, it just would have been lethal. If they do my line of killing the token. I thought I was missing something. If only the zombie token was a 3/3 hum, then I could have that clearly Ajani. Well, I guess they would still sack it. If I attack the Johnny, they sack the Ajani. What do they sack if I attack them? I don't think it matters. I'm going to attack the Ajani anyway. That Grave Titan, or the Recurring Nightmare, is a great draw, because I got Grave Titan and Shieldred in the bin. Nice. Liliana 8 just got a little bit better. I think rather than get back Grave Titan, I'm going to Baleful Mastery. Because it's scary when you're at 6, right? And we'll see if Inquisition grabs whatever they drew. Fair enough. And we're going to have the Overlord as a blocker, so the 2/2 can serve, I guess. One's at 14. Or you get back the Emperor Bones and like launch a Grave Titan. Hey, JR Degrade thinks the sub, thinks the 41 months. Yeah, I think it's just like make Grave Titan, make Shieldred. Hope you're okay. Could attack with Overlord and see if that finds you a Grizzlebrand to reanimate. Be a little bit neater. Yeah, let's do that. Hey, JR Degrade thinks the 41 months. I can't remember if I just said that or not, but I do appreciate it. Yeah, let's rebuy the Emperor Bones. Pretty mana efficient one to run out. They didn't have a card to discard, but that's okay. Now the Liliana is ready, prepping a Edict for next turn. So they just basically need a burn spell or the 4-mana 3/3 that makes it so we can't block. But like an Elspeth Jump Hero doesn't work anymore with this Grizzlebrand out. The attack with the hero is just to trigger the Enduring, get an extra card, and see if it saves them. Might as well, huh? Might as well draw the extra card. Cool. Well, I kind of like how I played that game. Might mean that I'm waking up a little bit. I'm going to cut the Smog combo. It's good, but it does take some slots. Oh, very cool, Centaurian. I hope you have a great time in Turkey. You wanted to recur Shielded and use Epiphany for 6 life? That would have been a fine line. They had used their Lightning Bolt already. There's only so many burn spells that deal 3 damage. I think it's just like Chain Lightning. But it would have gotten you around. Headliner Scarlet, like I mentioned. Oh, well. Well then. Heck yeah. 2040, 2040. That's not bad. Yeah, when they played the hero, I was like, okay, so I guess I'm going to cast Damn on that card, huh? I guess I'm going to use my removal spell. And then I've got a decision point. Do I want to play this Occult Epiphany just to get Shielded out and play? This is like a cute little tempo play. I know, Warren. I know. This is like a fun phrase to run out there. Yeah, I really liked being able to Mystical Tutor for the blue draw spell when I needed creatures to sack the Recurring Nightmare in that first match. That was really pleasant. Like, oh, my deck just gets to work. You think somebody has this as the wedding song? What's the marriage? Someone getting married to, like, their shrine made out of human teeth? Like, Chad had such a good wedding idea the other day. Someone suggested getting slimed, like in a Nickelodeon. Probably way too much work to set up, but my God. My buddy's marrying us, and having him just like pull like a giant lever or something as a kiss. The front rows there is getting like sprayed like they're at a Gallagher show. Bunch of states banning fluoride. Wasn't it just Florida? Am I wrong on that? Still fucking fucked up. Sucks for those kids' teeth. Yeah, I definitely did not brush enough as a kid and was super not punished. Oh, Utah as well. Too many. Ooh. Is Sedgemoor Witch Smog gonna do something? They're not banning fluoride in toothpaste. They're banning it as a water treatment. Opponent's popping off over there, huh? Academy, Clamp, Retrofitter. That's a good pairing of cards. They tried banning fluoride in Calgary like a decade ago. and very much reversed it due to the skyrocketing teeth issues. Yeah. It's almost like we do things for a reason. So the scary thing about bidding my hand to Chain of Smog is they might like Upheaval, I guess. Upheaval would be their best answer. Or just killing me, I guess. They can certainly draw a lot of cards. The good news is, do I play around Daze? I feel like I don't. The good news is, we don't see white mana for stuff like Balance and what. I was just thinking I could animate dead the Salvagers. Maybe that's silly. I would get to trample the pest tokens. It's funny. I think Tamiyo Uptick's the only card where that could like matter though. I'm just gonna Chain of Smog. Now that I don't have to pick the cards, I can just click here. Can I wipe out their hand at the end? I can. Yeah, that's the classic maneuver. You just don't click same targets. Right, Duffy. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are like harmful in large quantities that we that are healthy in small quantities, right? Would typically rather have scientists and like water specialists treating the water, not politicians. That's just me though. Ooh, politicians with brainworms. Yeah, I want to make enough tokens that if they make a big lifelink thing, we still win. So maybe that's like 40 or something. Like if they make it Atraxa, it like blocks for 14, and they're at 20 right now. Well, that's pretty quick to make some tokens. You'd rather not have a calcified pineal gland? Is that a thing that happens often? It happened to your friend Jim? Poor Jim. How does this trigger work without the discard? What trigger do you mean? It's still a spell that resolves. So it tries to resolve as much of itself as you can, even if you don't have cards to discard. Okay, well, this is probably good. And then I guess my Sedgemoor here has Menace, so it might as well get in. They've been to Vaultborn Tyrant. Because discarding the card isn't part of casting the card, War Titan. It's just what the card does. So the cost is right here. And if it had as part of the cost, like some effect, like as a part of casting the spell, do something or whatever, well, even then you're copying it. Yeah, it just wouldn't matter. The spell will always try to resolve as much of itself as possible. And this spell makes someone draw 2 cards, and it also, not dependent on that, says that player may copy the spell and may choose a new target for the copy. If it worked out you're thinking, it would say, if they do, that player may copy this spell. to make it like conditional on the discard, but it's not. So you just get to do it. Was Chain of Smog ever used before it was a combo card? So I'm pretty sure back in like its standard format, it saw a very little bit of play, but not a lot, just a little bit. Nice, we got a win with it here. I need to go to the piddle station, so I'm gonna do that real quick. I'll be back in a minute. All right. You wonder if anyone's lost after doing Smog combo and their opponent just because their opponent made more tokens. I could see that. It's like only with Witch, right? And like Witherbloom Apprentice just kills people, and that's the more popular one because you might just lose to a sweeper with Witch. Did they not have mana for Upheaval? I mean, they had a Academy and like 2 mana dorks and plenty of mana for Upheaval. What are y'all talking about? Are there any board wipes? There's a shitload of board wipes. Most of them are in white. There's like one black one, Toxic Deluge. It's a little risky. I liked the turn 1 discard spell though. And then if you hit on 2, you get the Night's Whisper and you're probably fine. I'm gonna take the Monolith and slow him down a little bit. I'm gonna run out 2 1-drops, and the map can go get Academy. But it's still like a turn 5 gem, right? Instead of turn 3. And we did not hit the land. Damn. Hell yeah, Ride or Die. At the point they drew with the Clamp. Sure, but like you can draw into more mana too. And there's Time Walk effects and such. Frantic Surge generates mana off of Academy. People are always drawing live. Alright, land. This is just not working well at all. Oh shit, what up? Hey, RJ Milroy, thanks for the sub, thanks for 66 months. Commoitials, time to give you that prime sub? Hell yeah. Look at me getting rewarded. So I could Bone Shards the Oko and run out of Tameo. I don't think I want to do that, though. I'm a little bit worried about them just jamming the Coveted Jewel. Which Tameo would, like, pressure pretty well. But it's, like, on board, right? Whereas the Occult Epiphany 1-1. Oh, they have Nexus of Becoming. Well, that's bad for me. Alright, well, I guess I time walked myself for no reason. I wonder why they didn't pillage. Oh, they might have drawn it off the Nexus, huh? Bleed on Sewers. If we find Archon, just reanimating it is better, because then it makes them sack the Oko. Like a 1 in 27 chance, right? Why not take it? Yeah, I still don't really have anything going. Why didn't they play the Jewel? I don't know. I guess they were paranoid about me flashing in a creature and attacking and drawing the cards. Yeah, wait until they have cat and the egg. We can just scoop to that. It's not really a spot where you fizzle from. Yeah, my only instant speed removal to break that up is Baleful. I guess there's Umazawa's. It's a little weird, but I think I will do that. I don't think Dam's great against them either. This could, like, really burn me in this matchup. Currently, like, I would need a target for the Bone Shards to bin the Grizzlebrand and reanimate it, though, so I'm tempted to just keep. Well, I can probably play this 6-drop next turn anyway. Do I want to lose another 7? Didn't find Entomb. Go pretty low, but I think that's okay. Okay, so we have Smog combo, and we're discarding Grave Titan, which is not as good as discarding Archon, but there's worse things to be doing. Maybe I don't need Recurring Nightmare. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so one more cut to make here. Maybe it's just the Bone Shards, Maybe it's the Inquisition. Took my Smog, interesting. So you can Mystical Tutor for Entomb and then draw with Grizzlebrand. And for sure be able to go Entomb on Archon. The issue is, like, you have a pretty good likelihood of just drawing the damn Archon if you draw with Grizzlebrand here. I just want an Inquisition for info. Necromancy of Grave Titan. Oh, wow. Internet's going great, yeah. The tech guy who came out was awesome. Like, had it fixed within, like, an hour. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm sure I didn't play that league perfect, but I played it much better than that Boros league. Brain's starting to wake up a little bit. Starting to wake up. Nice tip. Appreciate that, Panic Don't Panic.